All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin and the crypto market. All right, guys, let's just jump into it here. So, Bitcoin on Friday, we saw a pump up to our value area high. We also saw the SFP of our semi-triple equal highs here, really this high. We were looking for the liquidity above this high into our value area high. I did want to come a little bit higher where the value area high used to be up in this box. Our anchored VWAP used to be up in this box, and we have a golden pocket up here. And so I did want to see one more push up into this area. We did not get that, but it's because our value area high shifted down and we had the liquidity grab of this key high here. We got that liquidity grab. We got the rejection from the value area high. We did see a pretty aggressive drop to the downside right after that, found local support, and then really over the weekend, like I explained in my last video, we've just been ranging, low volume ranging. And that's why I didn't make a video yesterday. There was really nothing to update on. You know, Bitcoin's just slowly grinding sideways all day. Now we are seeing a little bit of a move down here. Earlier today, or really, yeah, it was early this morning, we saw a move down into this area. We grabbed the liquidity of this low that we made here on Friday. After the initial rejection from the value area high, we had a drop down and we hit this low here. And so we had this morning a local SFP of this low, but here's the thing. This was the SFP right here, and we saw a small bounce from here, but we did not actually hit our daily or our golden pocket. Now, I marked this level out on Friday before I was even, is our local level of support that I'm watching for a bounce from. And we have a fresh daily level there, and we have our golden pocket here. So let me go ahead and just delete this golden pocket now to clean up the chart. You guys can see the golden pockets there. And actually, let me extend this here to our golden pocket area and our dailies there as well. Let me actually get this proper. So this box here, this is our level that we're looking at. We had our local SFP, saw a small bounce from that, not even up to the VWAP, and now we're dropping here. So this golden pocket into our daily. We have a daily at 96,625 on Coinbase. And I am looking for possible support to come in here because if we go onto our CBD chart, and let me refresh this, you can see, first of all, right now we are seeing a bit of a long squeeze here. We had a lot of people getting stopped out here. You can see our open interest is dropping significantly in the last 15 minutes here, 15, 20 minutes. And it looks like just a lot of traders are getting stopped out of their positions or closing their long positions, which is a market short. That's why our CBD is going down here. But let's go ahead and look. We were looking at local bullish CBD divs, but now they're on the verge of getting invalidated. They're not invalidated yet. And what do we see here? Well, we were seeing higher lows come in on the price action, lower lows come in on the CBD, and higher on the open interest, which was a bullish absorption. But here's the thing, guys. It's a weekend, it's a low volume, and there is a greater chance of seeing leading CBD rather than bullish CBD absorption here. And so we did come take this low now. So the CBD, bullish CBD, local bullish CBD absorption has been invalidated. We have not. I would like to come a little bit lower and hit that golden pocket. We still have not hit the daily, and we still have not hit the golden pocket. So I would like to come a little bit lower here. Really, the daily is in alignment with the 618 here at 96,625, and I do think that's a good area to look for a small bounce. As far as naked daily point of controls, we did have a naked daily point of control that was here. Now, earlier today, we dropped down to the naked daily point of control. We saw a bounce from the naked daily point of control. We came up to the large range point of control. That's the range from November 11th to present day. We rejected that point of control, made new lows. And so since then, we have not seen, we're not seeing the strength we want to see from the bounce from that naked daily point of control. Now, I didn't take that long there. I wasn't even looking at the charts when that happened. If we close today red, we will have a new naked daily point of control up here near our 13 or 14 day range point of control. But we have not closed yet, so I'm not going to mark that on the chart yet. We still have a lot of time left in the day. And let's just keep an eye on this. Let's keep an eye on Bitcoin to see if it's going to bounce locally from this area here. If we go back to our CVD chart, and let me go ahead and zoom out here onto the 15-minute chart, and we're going to look at the lows here. Now, to me, you guys, this looked like a clear three-wave correction to the upside, ABC correction to the upside, and so there is a possibility we could take that low. But we are seeing overall, I mean, I don't like what we're seeing here now. We do see higher lows in the price action here, lower lows in the CVD pretty consistently, but our open interest from here, from this low, our open interest was up here, and it's actually decreasing. So we're not seeing bullish absorption, at least on aggregated open interest here. So I'm not really looking at this as a larger bullish absorption, maybe like exhaustion, and we just got to kind of watch this to see. Even locally, our bullish absorption was invalidated with that low that we took. So it's to be expected. Low volume chop over the weekend. And we should have some more volume coming in this afternoon, 4 or 5 hours from now. We'll see that. Hopefully we'll see that. But I would like to come down a little bit lower, hit this daily, hit this golden pocket here. Now, if we do not bounce from this area here, we can expect to come down to the value area low at least. Let's go ahead and do a golden pocket pull from the highs to the lows here. And let's turn on our golden pocket. So our golden pocket is around that value area low. So I would say our next support level, if our daily and smaller golden pocket, now the smaller golden pocket is from the end of the B wave to the top of the C wave here, this here. And this is a bit tough to count as an ABC here because we do not see a clear 5-wave impulse in this here. And in a C wave, generally you see a clear 5-wave impulse to the upside. So I was kind of looking at this like a possible ABC, but I don't like how there's no clear 5-wave. To me, this looks a lot more 3-wave-ish. In your C wave, you see a zigzag kind of correction to the upside. So I don't know how I feel about this actually being an ABC because of that. I mean, I guess we could zoom in here and look on lower time frames. Let's go onto the 12-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. I mean, that could be a micro impulse there. You have your A, B, C, and then we could see another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an extended 5th wave. I mean, this could work as a 5-3-5 here. It's not the cleanest. It's not the best looking. So either way, guys, we play the range until it breaks. I've been talking about this in the last few of my videos. We are clearly in a range here from the lows that we made 2 weeks ago, Sunday 2 weeks ago. So for 14 days, we've been trading in this sideways range after seeing our dump on Sunday and our pump on Monday. We're just trading in this range. So what do? We look, look too short towards the highs of the range, the value area high, the highs, look too long towards the lows of the range. Well, if our daily and local golden pocket doesn't hold, then we have our bigger golden pocket from these lows here on Wednesday to our highs that we made on Friday. Our golden pocket is right around our value area low. So this would be my next local area to look for support in this area here. I do want to warn though, guys, it does seem like Bitcoin is really coiling up for a bigger move. And so be very, very careful trying to trade local levels when Bitcoin's coiling up like this for a couple weeks, because usually when the move happens, you see some pretty explosive follow through, and it can just, like, if it's a dump to the downside, it can cut through these so fast that, you do not take these trades unless you see confirmation. And what am I talking about with confirmation? You want to go on to lower time frames, because lower time frames like 15-minute and under, and we want to be looking for possible bull divs here. So like, for instance, we made our low early this morning here, and we're kind of dropping back down again here. And if we look here at if we make lower lows into this golden pocket and daily, and we are seeing those higher lows come in on the momentum waves, which right now there is a possibility of that, then we could be seeing some bullish div here into our support. But even though we're seeing possible bullish div right now, first of all, our momentum wave is not even close to being completed, and we have not actually hit support yet. So I am not longing until I actually see the hit of support. Be patient and wait for the market to come to you. Do not FOMO in because it looks like it might be front running again. You know, look at it. Looked like it was front running here. We just got a small bounce and then right back down. So even if we see a small bounce, you know, maybe up to the local golden pocket, and what do I mean by local golden pocket? I mean by just this small 15-minute golden pocket here. If we see this, do not, you know, we could do something because we need a few hours of time. We could do something like this and then come down. So just wait, be patient, wait for the market to come to you. Do not try to FOMO in because you're seeing this green candle here. We have not hit support yet. We are lining up for possible bullish divs on Market Cipher B here. If we hit into this support, now technically we've already made a lower low here. It was an SFP of this low, but we haven't hit support. I'm not interested. All right, let's go to the 6-minute chart. Excuse me, 6-minute chart. Yeah, we're seeing some possible bullish divs right now, and money flow overall looks like it's been curving up since these lows here. So, I mean, we are starting to see some bull divs form, but we have not hit support. I am not going to long it unless we come down and actually touch our new daily and our golden pocket. Let's go ahead and zoom out now. Let's zoom out onto the 4-hour chart and let's get a bigger look at what's going on here. So we had our big dump here a couple weeks ago, had our initial dead cat recovery. I wouldn't even call it a dead cat recovery. It was just a recovery to make a lower high. And since then, you can see we have two VWAPs on the anchored VWAPs on the chart, and each anchored VWAP here is acting as a resistance for now. And we didn't even make it up here last time on Friday. And so I am just watching the trend to continue to slowly grind down. We really need to kind of hold this for the bulls. We really want to hold this level, or it's maybe see an SFP of this level, but we don't want to make another low in this range, really. If we take these lows, even if we see a bounce, it just means that we might eventually come for 85K. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here on Bitcoin. Slow weekend so far, not much happening. We have support just below us. We have another support just below that, our golden pocket into our value area low. I do actually like the golden pocket into the value area low a little bit better than this level, but I am still, because we have bullish divs forming, I still will look for a long here. If we see proper confirmation to enter, I'll look for that long there. And if I get stopped out on it, then so be it. I'll look to it re-enter back down here. Now, to the upside, we do have, this box is not as nice now because our anchored VWAP has now drifted a bit below the box and our value area high has shifted lower as well. So we do still have the golden pocket, and the golden pocket that I'm talking about is if you do golden pocket from the 102.5K highs back down to our 94K lows that we made, and you can see that golden pocket is right there. We did front run the golden pocket. So I do still like this golden pocket, and I like it now a little bit even better because we have Friday's highs here. So we could have a swing failure pattern, and the anchored VWAP is still close to it. So oftentimes you'll see a little bit of a wick past the anchored VWAP. You can see here a little bit of a wick past the anchored VWAP. So a little bit of a wick past the anchored VWAP into our golden pocket is still and then we have the local liquidity grab now there too. That is still an interesting setup to me if we are just going to continue ranging within this range. So I'm going to leave that on the chart for now, but it's not as nice as it used to be. There's not as nice confluence. And I do say if we start to break this smaller range here, the smaller 14-day range to the upside, we can start looking, you know, up here is a really, really nice area. And that is between 104.8 to 105.5. I'm just rounding on that. And I still do think this 103K area here is very, very important. Well, first of all, we have our 102.5 highs here, 102.6 really, it's at 102.6. And we have our large range value area high into our golden pocket up there. Now, the golden pocket on Coinbase, the 618 was hit, but not the 0.65. And on Bybit, neither of them were hit. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. But this golden pocket here, from the all-time highs down to our 91K lows, you can see this golden pocket is in here. We do have the liquidity grab into that 0.65, and then also our large range value area high is up there, that November 11th range value area high. Let's see, let's turn that on and let's pull this all the way. Yep, so see that value area high into 0.65 with a liquidity grab. So this area is still of definite interest to me still. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go on to a different chart here. Let's look at our bearish pitchfork for now. And you can see that we pretty much did reject from the value area high. It was a little bit short of the bearish backtest of our band. And that's also another reason why I was looking to come up a little bit higher on Friday, because we had our Bybit value area high was a little bit higher. And it was also the backtest of our bearish pitchfork band, the upper band of the bearish pitchfork. Now to the downside, just below us into that golden pocket area I was just describing on the other chart, we do have our pitchfork midline. And so that golden pocket area is from this low to this high here. If I can get it, there we go. And you can see that golden pocket is, yeah, it's now with the time that's passing, the alignment is not as nice. What we could see, but there is a daily there. I do not have that daily marked on this chart. Let's actually just go mark that out real quick. So we come on to the daily chart. You can see that this daily level here, right here, did we hit it on Bybit? No. Yeah, not quite. We got very, very close. Oop. Got very close, but we have not hit it yet on Bybit. And let's go ahead and do our golden pocket pull from the lows of the range to the highs of the range. Yeah, the golden pocket, the value area low on Bybit's a bit lower here. I mean, that's why I use Coinbase, but Coinbase volume levels do tend to work better for me. So, but let's just keep an eye on this. Now, for the first time, finally, let me go ahead and delete this real quick. And I want to show you guys, because the last few videos I've made, I've been talking about us just bouncing back and forth between the lower band of the pitchfork and the midline of the pitchfork. Well, for the first time in this entire 14-day range, we were able to get above that pitchfork midline, back test it, make new highs over these three highs. And we are now, maybe if we come back for a bullish back test of the pitchfork, then the pitchfork midline, excuse me, then it would confirm that we're trying to flip it to support. We do have these lows here into our midline, and that is about 96,200, 96,200-ish. That could be nice too, to see the SFP of these local lows, because you can see that last little push up here on increased volume. So there is some liquidity resting down here. Yeah, that's about it, guys. I mean, let's get rid of this here. That's old. Let's go to our third chart here. And this chart, I do like this chart as well, because let me go ahead and take this and pull it to present day. Okay, so the point of control has changed. So our point of control is up here. Our point of control used to be in this level here. That's why I was looking at the 786 point of control. But let's go ahead and pull this Fibonacci, and let's go to our golden pocket. Yeah, so let me get rid of that now. I mean, we're playing the range. Let's just play the range. Look for lows towards the, or look for lows towards the highs of the range. Look for longs towards the bottom of the range. All right. Now let's also look at, let's zoom out here onto the daily chart, and let's go ahead and look at this pitchfork band, because you can see here in this entire range, this lower pitchfork band has really been trying to hold. But you guys, I do not like what we're seeing here. We are seeing a lot of chop in the middle of the band when it's been holding so well as support through all this. Now we're finally starting to show some weakness over the past week here. This whole week we've been chopping sideways right around this band, and it's really starting to show like it wants to break down. And if this really does start to break down, we will see some follow through. And when I say follow through, I mean these lows maybe for sure, but we might even come all the way down to 85K. It is a possibility we're watching for. Remember, we do have larger time frame bear divs. I did make a video, a very interesting video Friday night. If you guys haven't watched that macro analysis video on Bitcoin, I would recommend you check it out. Just if you're a trader, you need to keep in mind higher time frame bearish and bullish scenarios. So I kind of go over a higher time frame dump targets and higher time frame pump targets, you know, maybe the possible into the bull market stuff. So that would be a good video for you guys to check out if you're interested. Look at this daily market cipher B. So unfortunately, our green dot here did not give us much of a bounce. We've been ranging sideways, and now our market cipher B looks like it's starting to roll over. This could be a good thing. Now, this could be a good thing, but our money flow, once again, I've been talking about the money flow in this entire range. It just looks so bearish. We've crossed over into the red. Looks like even now, our money flow maybe is about to curve back down with this momentum wave. But I want to talk about this now. That could set us up for possible bull divs here. You can see really our lows here. Our momentum bottomed out a few days after the low here. But if we do come down to 85K here, we would see lower lows on the price action, and then that would mean our momentum wave would start to curve down like this. Now, we would need to see a quick flush down there, but it would allow some daily bull divs to form. And daily bull divs, I mean, look at the last time on the chart that we formed daily bull divs. From this low here into this low here, bull divs here, pumped up, what was that, $15,000 and made a new all-time high? $17,300 and made a new all-time high. So bull divs on the daily chart are definitely something to watch for. And if we do see a flush down to 85K, or even if we take the 89K lows or the 91K lows, if we really, the 91K lows is what the bull div I would be looking for. Even though the hump was made a few days after that, I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at this low here. And so we should expect, if we do see a drop, we could be setting up some bull divs here. And that would actually be really nice to see some bull divs on the daily at the bottom of the range into our major pitchfork band, pitchfork midline, excuse me. You know, this pitchfork midline, it was pretty good resistance for a while here. And once we flipped it, we never really back tested it. And so the back test might be coming. Let's just say that. And hopefully it's a bullish back test and a bounce, not a back test, small bounce, and then loss. But I did go over macro time frame. There is a possibility we could be coming lower. So, all right, guys, that's about it for Bitcoin. Now let me go. Oh, actually, we'll check liquidity real quick. Okay, so this is the Model 2 heat map, just 24-hour liquidity. So our local liquidity is above 98.5-ish. Let's zoom in on this. Let's go on to the hourly chart, and let's go to our Coinbase chart. So 98.5 is, okay, up above. Yeah, I guess it's around our value area high up here. We have some liquidity resting. So if we do that, also earlier in the video, I did still talk about this box still being valid because our anchored VWAP into our golden pockets up there. If we do, for some reason, bounce from here, come up here, we could watch for the liquidity taken into our anchored VWAP and our golden pocket and then see it move down. It would be a fake out of our value area high. Everyone thinks we're going to break the range to the upside, hit into here, and dump. So that is something I will be watching for. Okay, now let's go back to the liquidity chart. Let's go to our Model 3. Yeah, all right. So we do have some liquidity below us still. You can see that we front run our key daily and our key golden pocket. We did not hit it. Well, the liquidity was not fully taken because of that. We took about half the liquidity, and that was because we had an SFP there. But you guys can see this. We have not taken all the liquidity here below us. So to come a little bit lower and actually tap the daily would be nice. We're so close to it. Why not? And then also we do have that liquidity. Yeah. 98.5, 98.6. That's the liquidity I was just showing you on the Model 2 heat map. So once again, guys, trade the range until it breaks. There's liquidity on both sides within the range. Oftentimes, market makers will stop out the liquidity on both sides before making a move. Well, we have liquidity literally right below us because we're right back down there. So why wouldn't they come for that liquidity? It's resting right there. And then why wouldn't they make a push up one more time to get everyone super bullish that we're going to break this range and boost up to 103, only to hit into this area of resistance and then reject and continue to range, wreck both sides, and then make a move later on in the week. So that is something I'll be watching for. Okay, let's go to the total 3 chart because there's been an interesting development on total 3 chart. And this is going to be my thumbnail today because for the longest time we've been looking at, not the longest time, for a week or so. Last time I checked the total chart, we saw this key high here, and we've been ranging kind of sideways here, and there was a golden pocket into the swing failure pattern of that high near our big large range point of control up here. And so, in our large range point of control is our range from November 11th to present day. And this is the total chart, includes Bitcoin's market cap. It's the market cap of all of crypto, really. So we finally hit into our golden pocket. We had the SFP into our golden pocket. It was also near our large range point of control. And since then, we're dumping. Now, the value area low of that range is right at the pitchfork band. And you can see this pitchfork band has kind of been bouncing us here. Overall, yes, there's a lot of wicks on the 1 hour there. But if we zoom out like onto the daily chart, you can see that our band has been holding us here. And so our value area low of this range is at that band. Do we see a move down to that area, which would mean a little bit lower for Bitcoin and a little bit lower for the altcoins, which would put us nicely into our local supports. So this is how you can use the total chart to get confluence. If the total chart is at support and looks like it's going to bounce, and Bitcoin's at a support and looks like it's going to bounce, it just gives you a more probable setup, a little bit more confirmation and trust in the trade. Let's say that. Okay, those, I'm going to delete those now because I just showed you that. Now, locally below us, we do still have our golden pocket from the highs, or from the lows of the crash 2 weeks ago to the highs the next Monday. Our golden pocket is near the bottom of the band. So if our value area low doesn't hold, this golden pocket is still pretty nice here. But I would be concerned that if we start to lose the value area low of the big range, we could flush all the way down to this key level we front ran. And so let me zoom out on this chart here, because our total 3 chart did very, very nicely hit into our larger golden pocket, and it was our pitchfork band of support on the total 3 chart. I'll show you guys that in a second. But on the total chart, because Bitcoin held up a little bit better than the alts, Bitcoin dumped, what, 15%, the alts dumped like 40%. Total chart did not hit into this key golden pocket. We had a key liquidity grab of our range lows there, and it's the bottom of our major pitchfork. And so I do think we might, if we break this value area low, there is a chance that we could come down here. We haven't broke the value area low yet, so let's go step by step. Okay, total 3 chart. This is what I'm talking about on the total 3 chart. Now, the pitchfork is a little bit of a different pitchfork on the total 3 chart, but let me go ahead and get out to the daily chart here. And you can see that we pretty much pumped to the top of the pitchfork here. Chopped around in the band for a bit. Let me go ahead and get zoomed in here. Yeah, so, held the band of support through here, lost the band, back tested it once, twice, dropped again, finally busted up to the top of the band, rejected all through here multiple times on the daily time frame we tried. Rejected, took the local liquidity here, made another shoot up at the band, couldn't break it, lost it, back tested it, went to the midline. Then actually we crashed all the way down to our golden pocket area, and then finally able to recover that midline with this one just crazy day that we saw 2 weekends ago, 2 Sundays ago, 14 days ago. And now we're trying to get above this midline and back test this midline to confirm it to support to continue up higher. But you can see we actually hit our golden pocket total chart, we front ran the golden pocket. So I do, and we did front run this band though here. So we could come down one more time. If total chart comes down into that golden pocket, total 3 could come down and hit the 0.65 and actually hit the band, the pitchfork band. Okay, that's it for that. Now let's go into Ethereum here. Let's go ahead and zoom in onto the 2-hour chart. Gosh, this chart's a mess. All right, let me get rid of that. That was just some low time frame stuff I was looking at. Let's go ahead and pull this all the way. So Ethereum's just in its range too. Everything is going to be in a range like this, guys. And we do have our 786, our more local 786 that was also front run, and we have a naked daily point of control there. So this, let me make sure this is the still naked. Yeah, okay, I guess I suck at clicking it on the chart. There we go. See, and then when you zoom in, okay, now I got it right on the chart. So we did front run it though. We front run it just barely, just like we did with the daily and the golden pocket on Bitcoin. No, okay. And let's check this out. Let's go do our golden pocket pull from here to here. Not that one, this one here. Yeah, all right. So there's not too much confluence with that naked daily point of control just below us. But if Bitcoin does bounce from the daily and the golden pocket, then Ethereum could bounce from that naked daily point of control. Let's look at the 0.5 here. No, I already hit into it. I mean, the 786 was a bit below that. Here, let's go to our 786. So I guess, yeah, I would say our very local support is that 786 into that naked daily point of control here. That is equivalent to Bitcoin's daily level into its golden pocket. And actually, I'll go ahead and mark out new dailies here too, because I haven't checked that yet. Let's go here. Well, really, there is no new dailies except for the one that we already have marked out. Okay, so let's go back to the 1-hour chart. Let me turn this off. Okay, now, if we break, you can see that our point of control up here was in alignment with our big weekly log ascending channel. Unfortunately, guys, this kind of looks weak that we're hovering around in the last 2 weeks here, you can see, or like last week, let's see here, since February 7th. So about the last week, we've kind of been hovering underneath our ascending channel, and that is a little bit concerning to me, because if we really can't reclaim this soon, remember, this is a weekly channel, so I mean, we should be looking at, you know, this is only one weekly candle kind of hovering around below it. We can hover around for 2 weeks below it, 2 weekly candles, and then see a dump, or we can see a reclaim. Now, any more than 2, I would really start getting concerned. But yeah, so we are just ranging in the smaller range. You can see that this is the same range that Bitcoin's been in for 14 days. Our value area low, let me go ahead and actually extend this now. Our value area low is down here around, what is that, 2587. But at 2600, we have a daily level. We have a daily naked point of control at 2595, I'm going to say. And our value area low is here. So we have a lot, and our bigger 786 is down there. Now that 786 pull is from these lows here from Wednesday to the highs. You can see our 786 is right on top of that daily. So we have a lot of support down here in this box. And if this local box doesn't hold, just like with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's local support level doesn't hold, then we'll drop to the value area low of that range, where we do have the bigger golden pocket for Bitcoin. Let me go back to Bitcoin just so you guys can see what I'm showing. We have our local support, which is our daily, into our more local golden pocket. And if this doesn't hold, we have our value area low into our bigger golden pocket. Well, Ethereum, same thing. We have our local support, which is our naked daily point of control, into our 786. If that doesn't hold, we have our bigger support down here at the bottom of the range, which is our value area low, daily, naked daily point of control, 786. And that box of support is between 2602 and 2581. And actually, I don't even know why I have it down that low at 2581. Let me move this up to the value area low. So 2602 to 2587. That is the box of support that we're watching if we break the local one that's coming up. That would be a rotation down to the bottom of the range after rejecting from the top of the range. And it just makes sense. You reject from the top of the range, you come down to the bottom of the range, you bounce from the bottom of the range, you come back up. It would just continue the same type of ranging price action. I do not like what I see here with this, though. This is starting to look like, if we go on to the 4-hour chart, I mean, this does still, to me, look like it could be part of a bigger corrective wave. You see your first, second, third. I mean, this just looks like it could be a 3-wave zigzag correction. After our big dead cat bounce from the crash, dead cat bounce, correction, boom, and then maybe we go like this. I mean, that would be nice. But that also means we have another leg to the downside before then. And that leg could take another week, really. If we're on the 4-hour time frame, let's measure this. So this leg down took, what was that? 6 days, pretty much. 6 days. So yeah, about another week. If a week here, a week here, a week here, and then go, I mean, that's a possibility. But other than that, guys, I mean, not looking for too much. We do have above us now, if we check out that volume profile again, we do have the up near the value area high now. It's above the value area high, but we have pretty much semi-triple equal highs here. So you can see this high here was not taken by this high, and then this high here was not taken by this high. So let me zoom in on this so you guys can get a better look at this. So we pretty much have triple tops that we could take the liquidity from. All three of these. This high did not get taken by this high. This high did not get taken by this high. So this, all three liquidity grabs in one move. And then even we have this high up here into our daily. And that could be a possibility that we see. So I do at least think if we hold our local support here or bounce from our value area low, these highs are looking really, really juicy to take. That's liquidity begging to be taken, begging to be taken. Now, our bigger resistance to the upside is still this area up here, which is our golden pocket, and we have the swing failure of the dead cat highs into our golden pocket. This high here is equal to Bitcoin's 102.5K high. So that is up there, between really 29.46 and 29.87. That area does look pretty nice. And then let's see here. Let me zoom out onto the daily chart. Now, very soon here, we are going to be closing the weekly, so we can look for new weekly levels and we can look for new weekly naked points of control. But right now, I am not marking those out because we have not closed yet. Okay, we do have that daily up here, but we have the weekly before it, so I'm just going to leave that. And actually, let's throw the anchored VWAP on from these lows. Yeah. Not very meaningful. Okay, so we're just watching locally in the range, guys. 786 naked daily point of control, first support right below. If we break that down here, gave you those levels already, 2602 to 2587. That's it. Now, let's go to Solana. Solana is looking a little bit more bearish than some of these coins right now. You can see Solana had that initial dead cat, and instead of going sideways, we actually are starting to see more push to the downside here. We did reject perfectly on Friday from our value area high up here. I mean, look at that. Once again, guys, trade the range until it breaks. Lows of the range bounce, lows of the range bounce, highs of the range drop, highs of the range drop, highs of the range drop, lows of the range bounce, lows of the range bounce, highs of the range drop. We're now finally breaking the lows of the range again, but we could see wicks like this. We are starting to close dailies down below it. I've always said, I think it's very probable we're going to come for this liquidity. We front ran it closely here, front ran it here, front ran it here. And even with this, like we've been doing a lot of liquidity front runs, like here, we front ran the liquidity here on this move down. It's like, why would you leave those there? Why would you leave this here? You know, front ran the liquidity here of this low. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 liquidity sweeps all together in this small range. Why would you not come down and sweep all the lows in the liquidity of this entire range before making a real move up? It just makes sense in a market maker standpoint. They're not going to leave that liquidity laying there. So 187.39, we have some liquidity just below us into our major pitchfork band. So our band is at 185.5, and I just think it's highly probable we're going to sweep this. Look how close we are to it now. So sweep this liquidity into our band at 185.5 and then make a move up. Let's see. Actually, give me just a second here, guys. I have to check my TP level on this. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Then if that doesn't play out, we do have this box of support here. Now, this box of support is our 886 touch into the band. Now, it's not as nice as it used to look when it was up here. I made it when the 886 was right on top of the band, but because we kept ranging so long, it's not as nice. But if we do bounce from here, if we come down to this band here, bounce from here, take all that liquidity, make a move up, and then come down, I mean, that would be nice too. So keep that in mind. Let's go to our other chart real quick. Yeah, and actually, so guys, back to the first chart. The band of support, the bigger pitchfork band of support, which you can see last time we touched it, we saw a strong bounce from it. It is around 185.4, 185.5. Let's go on to our other chart, and you can see that we have our 786 pull from this low to this high here is right at 184.2 to pretty much 184.5. And it's the bottom of our bigger ascending channel. Now, this ascending channel has been since November of 2023, so over a year and 3 months or so, year and 4 months or so. And of course, I do have this liquidity marked out still because that's the important liquidity grab that we're looking for. So I would like to see 185.5 to 184.5 hit, or 184.2-ish, let's say. This level to me is the level to be watching for a bounce. But if we SFP these lows just barely and do not come down here, I'm going to see that actually as a more bearish sign. It might give us a bounce to make another lower high and then drop, even breaking this. Okay, now to the upside. Now, actually, guys, before I go into that, let me zoom out onto the daily chart. And I want to show you guys this value area low that we're breaking for the first time. Not for the first time, but we're breaking it right now. This value area low is of our much bigger range. And so this range is our November 11th range on Bitcoin. It's pretty much the same range as our November 11th range on Bitcoin. It's just Ethereum's been a lot more pump and dumpy because of the Trump meme coin launch here and then the Trump meme coin dump here. But yeah, we do have same levels I gave you guys a few videos ago. Our naked weekly point of control into our large range point of control up here. I do believe there's something else up there, or 0.5's up there as well. And then above that, we have our swing failure pattern of these dead cat highs into our value area high. But I would like to come up to this box here. And this box is our naked weekly point of control and our golden pocket right above the value area high. So we could see a wick past the value area high into this area and then dump. And it would also grab our liquidity here. Now, this was the second pivot of a channel, but we started breaking that channel and going sideways. So I deleted that channel. But it was a pretty nice channel that we were watching. Let's go on to the 2-hour chart. And it was like, you know, something like this. From these highs to these lows right in here. Down to these initial lows. So we were watching that channel. We were just following it down the whole way. Started breaking it and going sideways. And I did say that sometimes when you start to range sideways like this and you break a channel because of ranging sideways rather than a reversal and a breakout, you tend to just continue going sideways. And then sometimes you even re-enter back into the channel. So this second pivot liquidity is still important because it's the second pivot of that channel into our value area high of our much bigger range. So I just wanted to show you that. That's why this area is still important. But I would like it to sweep that liquidity into our golden pocket and then close like a 4-hour candle at or below the value area high and then see the reversal. Okay, we're getting close here. Come on, Solana. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Ethereum. Just a little bit lower. All right, that's Solana. Now, guys, I want to go into BNB because a lot of people have been fading BNB and not looking at BNB, but BNB has actually been really nice lately, and it's actually holding up really, really well. Let's go on to the daily chart here. I mean, BNB has been holding up near the highs of its range like Bitcoin. I mean, it's really doing well up here. And you can see, so BNB was in this daily ascending channel here. When we finally broke it to the downside, had a small back test, and then we saw the mega dump. So I left this channel on just to show you guys that, but it is respecting price action really well. So now I can get rid of this channel here, and we can look at this big daily range that we're in. This is pretty much equivalent to this goes all the way back to March of 2024. So the highs that it made in March. So this is pretty much a year-long range. Like, look at that. That's awesome. A year-long range here. So there's a couple things we can look at. Actually, let me do this pull while I'm here. We got this low of the range to the highs of the range here. And let's go to our, I think the golden pocket. Yeah, the golden pocket was already hit. Golden pocket value area low was hit on the big mega dump here. But our 786. Okay, I mean, let's see. Yeah, it was front run. That's much nicer there. Okay, so let's zoom in on this here. Let's go on to the 2-hour chart. So BNB is just ranging in a bigger range that's been a year long. And then as far as our smaller range, I mean, I wouldn't say, I would just use that bigger range right now. We have seen quite a bit. Look at with BNB, this is how bullish BNB was. This here was the Sunday, the Friday highs and then we saw that mega dump. Well, most of the coins have not recovered their Friday highs from the mega dump. Bitcoin rejected from the local golden pocket. ETH couldn't even get close to it. You know, mega dump highs here couldn't even get close to recovery from it. We're just going sideways afterwards. Bitcoin, after its mega dump here, we did come up to the golden pocket, but we've been dropping ever since, coming down. Look at BNB here. BNB not only had the mega drop, we made new highs up past the mega drop that we saw 14 days ago, and it's holding back up in this area. I mean, BNB is looking far more bullish than a lot of these coins are. Now, I do not like, I mean, let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. We could see a double 1, 2 impulse here, just based off of, you know, like we had our initial dump. We saw this first high, a second wave. This, we couldn't classify this as a third wave because it's not the longest wave. So that's another second one, another second two. Is this our third wave here? It's the longest, yes. Are we in a 4? Then we see a 5, 4, 5. We complete our impulse to the upside. Maybe we're seeing that on BNB here, but BNB looks really strong, to be honest. It looks pretty strong here. And we can look at sort of this range before the dump to right about this area here. And we're above the value area low. We're actually, look at, we pumped to the value area high of that range. I mean, that is crazy. Right to the value area high of that range. Took our local liquidity from here. And now we saw a little bit of a correction. But we are, okay, let me get rid of that now. We are at the value area high of our bigger range that we've been in for literally a year. We're trying to break the value area high of that bigger range, back test it, and we're back above it again. So we're hovering right around it but I mean, BNB looks really bullish. So what do we have locally on BNB? Well, we have our golden pocket from the lows here to the highs that we made. Our golden pocket is at our large range point of control down here. That's a year-long range point of control. So that's a very important point of control. We also have a naked weekly point of control right below that. And we have our daily. So this box of support is a very strong box of support here. Multiple confluences of levels down here. That is between 588 and 570, just rounding. Now, before that, we do have our weekly level, a new naked weekly level. This weekly actually has not closed yet. It's going to close in about, what is that? 4 or 5 hours or so, 4 or 5 hours. But I do not think we're going to drop back down to it. Like if we go onto the weekly chart here, I marked it out because it doesn't look like we're going to lose this candle all the way down there before 5 hours. So I just marked it out, even though it's not confirmed yet for another 5 hours. I marked it out. And you can see we also have a naked daily point of control right down around there. So let's go ahead and go back onto our 4-hour chart. Yeah, so I do think this area here is kind of nice. I don't like how far away this naked daily point of control is from this weekly, and if we take this same golden pocket pull and we go on to our 0.5, you can see our 0.5 is right on the weekly. So I do like that weekly at 615.81 or 616 really. So that is a nice support. Now I'm not going to put a box there because they're right on top of each other. I mean, I guess I could do something like this. Here would be one, but I do actually like the weekly level better than our naked daily point of control. And then we have a naked daily point of control right below us. Now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana all have front run their local support levels. Can we come down one more time to hit the local support level? Now, BNB, this is a 4-hour chart, so BNB's local support level is a lot farther away than Bitcoin's. Like if we go to Bitcoin, this value area low is more like equal to a drop on BNB to the naked daily point of control that's just below us. But let's go back to BNB. So I just think this naked daily point of control might get hit. You can see our prior highs are also right there. So we would almost be, you have high resistance, you break it, you often come back to back test those highs to confirm a push up. So we have our prior highs in here that are right on top of that naked daily point of control. So prior highs, naked daily point of control. That's our local area of support just below us. And that's at what, 648 pretty much. So I do think that's there. Now, just above us, if we're looking very, very locally, we are this white line here is the large range point of control. So this is a year-long range. And if we do our golden pocket pull just on this local move that we saw now, and we go to our golden pocket is near that naked daily point of control at 705. So from 704 to 705, I would say, is a local resistance. So there is a possibility we're looking like we're trying to break the value area high of the big range, right? So what do you see on this? We could be seeing something like a come up to the golden pocket, naked daily point of control, B, come down, hit our naked daily point of control, or even our weekly would be nice, and then break that value area high with some volume and keep moving up. That would be really nice to see on BNB. But BNB looks strong, guys. Like, man, I wish I was paying more attention to this earlier. So, but okay, that's about it for BNB. Let's go ahead and now let's go to Avalanche here real quick. Avalanche finally did get that drop into this area of support here that we were looking at. You can see, and it did work very nicely. So let's go ahead and get rid of all this now. But here's the thing, guys. The bigger range, so let me zoom out to the daily chart. And I'm going to now take this volume profile and let's bring it all the way to present day. The volume profile is from December of 2023, really. So this is over a year and a half. Well, December, November. I mean, a year and like 4 months long range. You can see we've been ranging up here for a year and 4 months, and we are finally. And then we've also been in the pitchfork that almost that entire time. You can see we rejected perfect from the midline of the pitchfork. I was, by the way, you can even go search it in the Discord months ago. I was telling people to watch for a major rejection here and to possibly sell some spot here. And we did drop. We did reject from it. And we're finally losing the pitchfork. Now look at this. On the daily time frame, lost the pitchfork, came up for the bearish back test of the pitchfork. We rejected the bearish back test of the pitchfork, and now we're dropping. So unfortunately, this looks bearish for Avax, and also the bearish backtest of the pitchfork that we're seeing here on the daily chart, because this is a bigger time frame pitchfork. So you should look for bigger time frame bearish backtest. One backtest, two backtests, 3 days in a row, not in a row, but 3 days out of 4 days. We tried to break back up into this pitchfork. We couldn't. But also look at this line here. This is the value area low of that big 15-month range. We cannot get above the value area low, and we keep rejecting the bearish backtest of the pitchfork. What does this tell me? This tells me that Avax is looking bearish and wants to come lower. So we can look at a couple things here. First of all, we can do our range pull of this smaller, like accumulation range. This was an accumulation range before we saw this expansion to the upside. You can see clear accumulation in here, clear expansion. So we look at this accumulation range here, and the value area low, I mean, our value area low of this range is right below these lows. So does Avax like a more bullish, and when I say more bullish, I'm saying the more bullish situation would be the rejection from here, come down to those value area lows, sweep these very local lows here, and then see a move up. And then see a move up. Now that is really our bullish scenario, but because we're rejecting this pitchfork on the high time frame, guess what? We could do this, reject the pitchfork, reject the value area low, and once you really start losing the value area low, you could dump hard. Now, I would look at the SFP down here, but that could be something we should be watching for here on Avax. Let's do a Fibonacci pull from the lows here to the highs here. All right, and then you can see that that clearly is not a 61.8% retrace because you need to put it on log scale. It's such a big push that, and we have already hit into that. So let's go ahead and let's go to our 786, but let's make sure it's on log. 786 has even been hit. Really, guys, I mean, it looks like we're coming for these lows at 17.29. To be honest here, let's go ahead and clean up this chart a little bit. We're losing the pitchfork, the bullish pitchfork that has been really a year-long bullish pitchfork. We had our clear move to the upside here. And actually, let's see if we can't see in here. So this was our flat correction here, running flat. So this was our wave one. Let's see, flat here. This could be like a flat wave 2. This could be our wave 3 to the downside, our back test for 4, and then our 5. Now, but having our 5 go from here to here is a bit aggressive. That would be like an extended 5. So let me check this out here. Let's go from here to here. That is a $20 drop, a 49% drop. So let's now look from here to here, the SFP area, 36% drop. So it would be a shorter wave 5. So that does make sense. And oftentimes in crypto, you do see wave 5s that are a little bit extended. What did I just do there? Yeah, you see wave 5s that are a little bit extended and close to your wave 3 length. So, I mean, if we are seeing that 5-wave impulse to the downside, $17 here, you know, I don't like it, but that's what we could be watching for down here. We are confirming the bearish backtest of the big value area low and the big pitchfork loss. And look at our daily. It's rolling over. We were seeing some bear divs, guys, just like I'm talking about on Bitcoin. Look at these bear, actually they weren't bear divs here, but it must have been on the daily time frame. We were seeing the bear divs. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, no, not even on the daily time frame. Okay. That's interesting that we are seeing such a big drop without daily bear divs, but you know that crypto coins just are getting destroyed right now. And technically we are seeing no, because this is a lower high. So never mind. No bull divs yet either though. Let's go zoom in on the 4-hour chart. If we take these lows, we do have the possibility of making some bull divs, and our money flow is starting to come up overall in this 2-week range here. Yeah, okay, so first what I would say, guys, locally for support, if we don't SFP this low, then we are probably coming down to 17.29. But if we SFP this low here, then we could make 4-hour bull divs, but like it would be lower lows in the price action here. And then you can see from the lows here, higher lows in the momentum waves overall, it would be. And then our money flow is also bottomed out and starting to curve up on the 4-hour. So, but that's only if we take these lows that bull div would be confirming, because we still do have that value area low of that small accumulation range is right under these lows. So 23.5, I would say, is about where it was. Okay, that's it for AVAX. Let's go to XRP. XRP. All right. I mean, look at even XRP didn't get back up to its Friday pre-dump highs like BNB did. BNB is the most bullish recovered coin of any of the coins I've seen. That should tell you something. Follow the coins that recover quickly. Now, I know some of that was because this meme that CZ was doing on Binance or something like that, but still, you guys, like BNB is a strong chain right now. Okay, look at this, guys. Rejecting from our anchored VWAP up here. Now, I did talk about this anchored VWAP has kind of been holding us down this entire, since the highs were made, this anchored VWAP has been holding us down. It looks like it's holding us down again. And if we do drop, now we did break the value area high of this range, and actually up here the other day in my video, this was our large golden pocket, and I said, I'm not going to short here because I don't see bear divs. Well, looks like the short is playing out. I missed it because we didn't see confirmation to enter. You don't hit every trade. Oh, well, you know, not there from these highs. Here, let's go to our golden pocket. So from the highs up here at the top of the channel to the bottom of the channel, you can see our golden pocket is what we're rejecting from our macro golden pocket, and it was also our anchored VWAP. Rejecting there. Now, because we have broken our smaller range value area high, Bitcoin has not yet, Ethereum has not yet, Chainlink has not yet, Solana has not yet, XRP has. What can we look for? After you break something that's been resistance to support, you can look for a back test of it to see if it's going to hold and are we going to continue upwards. Now, keep into context, we have rejected a major golden pocket and a major anchor VWAP that has held us down the entire time since the highs. I do not like that we have not, besides this little area here, we had not tested that value area high yet. So I don't think it's as strong as a support resistance flip as it would be if we had had a couple wicks in this range up there. Like Bitcoin and Ethereum have had a couple wicks up into their value area highs and into their value area lows. This XRP really just one here and one here. That's it. Other than that, it hasn't. So XRP, let's do a Fibonacci pull from the lows of this range here to our highs that we made. And let's go to our 786 here. Yeah, I think the 786 point of control, we have a naked daily point of control and a 786. I do think this is a good level of support to be watching here, just because our point of control clearly has been a lot more traded within this range than our value area high and our value area low. Now we still do have this liquidity grab. All right, let's see what was else. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this liquidity grab into our midline is still kind of nice, but there's not much else there. Let's pull this over more. Let me pull this over more. Okay. Now, of course, this box has got to change now because we made a new high above this high here. So our golden pocket is not going to be down here anymore. Let's go ahead and re-pull this golden pocket. It's still very close. It's just a little bit higher. Okay, so what we will do, actually, I like that even better because our liquidity grab down here is now more into this golden pocket. So here, golden pocket area. And I believe when I said value area low there, let's zoom out onto the daily chart. And we took this whole entire upper price action, the volume profile of this entire upper price action. Yeah, value area lows right down there. So let me actually go ahead and extend it to the value area low. So I do like that golden pocket value area low down there still. Let's go ahead and zoom back into the 2-hour chart. Now I know this chart looks messy, guys. Let me get rid of this 786 to clean up the chart. Let's go ahead. Now we have this swing failure pattern into the channel midline here. That is a decent level of support, but it's not the biggest. And then our swing failure pattern here is below our value area low. I do not like that. I'm just going to get rid of that on the chart. Wait, what did I just do? Why is it not deleting? There we go. Okay, so yeah, that swing failure pattern into our value area low and into our channel midline does look pretty nice here. So let me go ahead and extend this a little bit to the value area low here. And then this swing failure pattern into this golden pocket and the bigger value area low looks nice. Let me go ahead and take this range and we're going to hide it. Okay, so supports below us. We have just the first support I would be watching is from 242.3 to 238.36. And that's our point of control, our naked daily point of control, and a 786 is in there. Let's do this. Naked daily POC 786. Okay. Now, below that, we have our swing failure pattern into value area low, channel midline. And then below that, we have the swing failure pattern into the big golden pocket in the big value area low. So GP value area low, and then FP. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Those are your 3 levels of support below. So first level, I gave you the numbers for. The second level is between 230.9 and 228.5, I'm going to say. Third level of support is 217.16 to 212.09. Now, above us, we are rejecting from the golden pocket, but if we do bounce from the value area high here, we could come up to that level that I talked about yesterday in yesterday's stream. We do have our weekly and our value area low of the upper range. Now, I know we've been marking out value area lows below us and above us, but this value area low is of just this upper range price action before our mega dump that we saw 2 weeks ago. And that value area low is right around our weekly here. So it's right up here. So let me show you guys. This value area low from here to here, you can see our value area low. If it loads, come on, load up. Here we go. What the heck is going on here? There you go. Value area low, right at the 786, and our weeklies there. So there's that value area low. Weekly value area low, and then let's add. We do have the naked daily point of control that is at the top of the channel up here, and that's at 310.6, 310.61. And then there's some others up here. Now, I still do think this 328.5 to 329 level is a really nice level up here. We have a naked daily point of control. We have a naked, a value area high, naked daily point of control. We have our pitchfork band, which is not on the chart anymore, but it's still up there. And we have our swing failure pattern up here. So that's like 328.5-ish. Okay, that is it for XRP. This video is getting a bit long. Let me do link real quick here, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, let's zoom in on this. I've been watching Link locally because I am in a trade. Link here has been trading in this small 15-minute descending channel through the weekend. We made the highs here on Friday. Now, it was very much a shame that we front ran. We now have like triple highs on Link too. High here, high here, high here. All three highs are very semi-equal highs. And we did not hit into our value area high. Our big channel, descending channel midline is here. Our naked daily point of controls up there. I mean, we have so much up here that it would have been nice to come to 20.1. So, okay, and then below us. So we front ran this. We've been kind of correcting sideways or down in a descending channel over the weekend. Let me do a 30-minute chart so I can get more. So 30-minute chart here. And we do have that local support just below us that I'm looking at. This is our local golden pocket. Local golden pocket of the lows, these lows here to these highs. It's the golden pocket, but it's also the 786 of this low to this high. So there's a lot in here, and it's our point of control here. So golden pocket, point of control, 786, and it's the bottom of the channel. This area here is about 18.5 to 18.4. That's the local support I'm looking for a bounce from. If we don't bounce there, we do have this local support down here. This is our 786 and our point of control of our much bigger range. And then we have down here. Now wait, this is between 18.12 and 18 really. The value area low of the range. And then if we break that down to the downside, we have the 17.48 to 17.3 support area. And that is, I didn't mark out what was in there. We have a 786 and an SFP down here. SFP into our 786. So that is kind of what I'd be watching for on Link for local supports. Now look at Link compared to BNB, guys. When Link had its, let me zoom out. Link had its mega dump from up here, dumped. We've been going sideways, just like Ethereum. All the coins have been going sideways. I know this chart looks so bad. Sorry about that, you guys. So dirty. Ugh. Let me get rid of this stuff. What I can start doing is hiding all the actual levels and just leaving the boxes on the chart. Okay. And we have to now pull these boxes over because more time is going by. I'm going to leave this one local because if we don't, let's do a little bit more, but that's a local area. So I leave my local ones smaller, pull the bigger ones over. This one we could pull over more. I mean, this box here is the box that I'm looking for. Hide that. Hide that. Okay, so yeah, we have just this range, 14-day range. And if we break the range, so right above us is that triple highs into this resistance box here. And this is a naked daily point of control, value area high, golden pocket, channel midline, swing failure pattern, and then the broken range, the bigger broken range value area low. That's what BRVL means. So our big broken range to the downside, value area low. And that's this bigger range right here. It's November 11th range. So that is there. We're trading in this small weekend descending channel. This is just a micro trend that I'm following over the weekend. Locally interested in this. And then to the upside, this box of resistance is between 20.4 and 20 really. So that is an area I'm watching. The next resistance level I'm really watching is the swing failure pattern of this high into our golden pocket and naked weekly point of control between 23.4 and 22.77. And then the other ones I've showed you guys in past videos, but we'll look at those once we get up there, if we get up there. Other than that, the local stuff is more what we're looking at now. All right, guys, that's about it here for today. If you have any coins you want me to cover, post them in the comments and I'll look at them. Other than that, let's just keep following the price action. Have a good day.